Hey, how's it going? Kenny here, and welcome back to Non-League to Giants. And up in today's episode, we have the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg at home to Chelsea, and then we face a team away from home who we never like to face away from home, and that is Man United in the league. So I have played a ton of games since the last episode. As you can see now, we're on the 14th of January 2037, and to be honest, it's been quite a successful season so far. It's been going really well, especially in the league, where we are currently sitting top, 10 points clear of second place Newcastle with only 15 games to go. So is it finally going to happen in the final season of the series here? Will we finally lift the league title? If we don't lift the league title from this point, I'll be absolutely devastated. I don't think I'll ever get over it, to be honest. We've been the best team in the league so far. I think we've been a bit lucky. The fact that the rest of the teams haven't really been up to scratch, as you can see there. Newcastle 46, Man City 45, Liverpool and Chelsea both on 43 points. No one has really lived up to their expectations as much as us, to be honest. And 10 points clear at the top. If another team did quite well, we wouldn't be that far clear at the top. Because it's not like we've been faultless in the season. We lost one game in the season. That one defeat we had was in the last episode away to Man City. We haven't lost a game since then. But still, it hasn't been faultless. But why am I complaining for? We're 10 points clear at the top and we're having a great season so far. The Champions League, not been quite as faultless. 6 games played, 13 points. But it looks like we're qualifying for the round of 16, which we should do. Got 2 games left to play, but both of them are at home. So the Champions League, we should get through to the next stage quite comfortably, to be honest. The FA Cup as well, we're currently sitting in the 4th round, where we face either Bournemouth or Leeds in the next stage. The Carabao Cup, of course, we are in the semi-final. We beat Chelsea away 1-0 in the first leg, by the way. So as long as we avoid defeat here, we're guaranteed to go through to the final, where we'll face Tottenham in the final of the Carabao Cup if we get there. And the Community Shield, we won that as well, of course. So could this be a sensational end to the series here? We're looking well in the league. It looks like, well, the league is ours to lose, basically. And hopefully we're from this point. If we don't, it's just absolutely disgusting, isn't it? Champions League is still well up for grabs, that is for sure. We are the favourites for the Champions League this season, though. So hopefully we do a bit better than last season, where we crashed out at the round of 16 to Porto. The FA Cup is still going strong as well. But the Carabao Cup, we're close to the finishing line in that. And if we get through to the final, which we should do really, I fancy our chances against Tottenham. So hopefully this will be a season to remember to end this series here. Well, it's been lots of games played. I'm not going to go through every single game individually because we'll be here all day. But we've only lost 2 games throughout the entire season. Away to Man City 1-0 in the league and away to PSG 1-0 in the Champions League. Let's get to the results then. Well, the next game after that was certainly a game of note. At home to Newcastle. We were 2-0 up in this game. And unfortunately, we ended up drawing the game 2-2. So that was kind of devastating. I was a little bit worried after this point. Losing away to Man City. Then being 2-0 up against Newcastle to draw 2-2. That was a bit worrying. But since then, we've been really, really good. Beat Hertha Berlin at home 5-0 in the Champions League. It was very nice. Aaron Trout with a hat-trick in this game. He's been quite disappointing, though. It has to be said, in the league and other competitions. But in the Champions League, he has done quite well. We also beat Chelsea away 4-1, which was a very nice win. Gunyo with 2 goals in this game. That was very nice. Porto got revenge against them, thankfully. But saying that, I'm still not over what we did against them last season. That was absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Beat them 3-0 at home, though, in the Champions League very comfortably. We also beat Man United at home 2-1, which was very nice. Also, it was extra nice the fact that Coric got the winner in the 92nd minute. That was fantastic. Should have won the game anyway, though. Away to Leicester, drew 2-2 in this game. Disappointing draw, but it was our turn to come back from 2-0 down in this game. We're 2-0 down away to Leicester, which I have no idea how we're 2-0 down in the game, because if my memory serves me correctly, we absolutely battered Leicester in the game. Thankfully, we salvaged a draw. 2 Italians on the score sheet for us, Magnaghi and Gunyo there. We beat Shakhtar away 5-0 as well. We also beat Man City at home 2-0 in the Carabao Cup 4th round. That was very nice. 2 goals from Gunyo in this game. Beat Liverpool at home 1-0 as well. 90th minute winner from Magnaghi. Another great result there. We also beat Sheffield United away 3-2, which was very nice. Lost to that game 4-3 last season, so it's great to beat them. They're obviously a very good team, Sheffield United. Not having a great season this season, though. Sitting 12th in the league. They're playing Champions League football still, though. Beat QPR at home 3-0. Our next loss of the season came after that. We lost away to PSG 1-0. Neo Maka with an own goal in the game. That was disappointing. You look at the ratings here from the players. Not a single player with a green rating there, so it wasn't a good performance from us, that. The month of December brought a lot of 1-1 draws, as you can see. 4 1-1 draws away from home in December, so that was a bit worrying. We started with a 1-1 draw away to Watford. They were 1-0 up after 3 minutes, but Nagy got us the equaliser. We then beat Brighton at home 6-0 after that, which is very nice. Coric with 4 goals in this game. Despite moving Coric to the left wing this season, it hasn't affected his goal scoring at all, to be honest. He's still flying. We drew away to Atlanta 1-1 as well in the Champions League. And then we drew away to Wolves 1-1 in the league as well. After that, played Wolves straight after 3 days later. Beat them at home 4-0 in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. We then beat Arsenal away 1-0. That was a great win because I was very worried about this. Before this game against Arsenal, we hadn't won the last 4 away games, losing to PSG, drawing away to Watford, Atlanta and Wolves. So going to Arsenal, win that game 1-0. An Arsenal team have been much better season as well. They're nearer the top of the table this season. So that was a great win that. Really, really solid. After that, played Chelsea again, beat them 4-0 at home. Chelsea played them 3 times this season, Chelsea. Beat them 4-1 away, 4-0 at home, and 1-0 away in the semi-finals first leg of the Carabao Cup. So, hopefully, we follow suit here today and we get through them with ease. We then drew away to Aston Villa 1-1 as well, which is another disappointing draw. But in the month of January, it's been faultless so far. We beat Leicester at home 4-1. We beat Bournemouth at home 3-0. We beat Chelsea away 1-0 in the Carabao Cup first leg. And then we just beat Oldham away 3-0 in the FA Cup third round. So as I said, things are going really well in the season so far. Had a little bit of a blip in December. Saying that though, we didn't lose a game still, did we? So it was a slight blip, but 4 draws away from home 1-1. Can't really afford to keep doing that in the season. In this episode though, we've got Chelsea at home and Man United away in the Premier League. Man United, by the way, had a poor season in 8th place, but we don't like to go to Old Trafford, that is for sure. We've lost the last 5 games away to Man United. Saying that though, we haven't lost at home to Man United, since way back in 2031. Not many draws between us two. Only 1 draw out of 22 games, 9 wins for us and 12 wins for them. So a bit nervous about playing them away from home, but we have beat them away before. We beat them away. When did we beat them away? We beat them in the FA Cup quarter-final 2-0. We also beat them 3-2 away from home back in 2032 as well. So we are capable of it. And also Man United sitting down at 8th place. I fancy our chances to get a win there, but it is going to be tricky. So in terms of the players, the new signings, well, Gunyo, £260 million player. He hasn't quite lived up to his transfer fee. I'm expecting a lot more than that for a £260 million signing, to be honest. But he has got 13 goals in 20 games and 3 assists with 7.33. So it's not like he's been bad. He's been good, but he cost £260 million. So I expect godlike a player, to be honest with you. Unfortunately, he's got a serious injury now. He's out with shin splints, out for 2 to 4 weeks still. He's been out for 3 weeks already, injured against Chelsea actually. So we're missing him, which is very unfortunate. But also, we had a much more serious injury in the forward line. That is Bruno. He broke his leg against Man United months ago now. 3 months ago, he broke his leg against Man United. He's out for another 2 to 4 weeks. So hopefully, he comes back towards the end of the season absolutely flying. So we played pretty much the entire season without Bruno, which was a very, very big loss, it has to be said. The forward line's been a little bit worrying this season. Coric has been flying, 20 goals and just 21 starts for him. He's been brilliant. Nagy as well, 11 goals and 10 assists. Gunyo, those 3 are obviously our front 3. But the other players, Aaron Trout, 8 goals and 8 starts for him. But in the league, doesn't really make too much of a difference off the bench. Only 2 goals scored. Only started 2 games, but he doesn't really offer much off the bench, Aaron Trout. Also, Montero, he was very poor at the start of the season, to be honest. He's come a little bit better now, but still not quite good enough, I'd say. We are really missing Bruno and Gunyo as well, of course. Hasn't really affected the results too much, which is great. One player who's been quite good, though, is Camara. 3 goals and 9 assists from him, 7.37 on loan from Newcastle. He's been a very good player, actually. Very, very good player. Got over a green rating in all the competitions. So he has definitely stepped up this season, missing Bruno, but as I said, the forward line's a little bit thin, but I shouldn't moan too much because obviously we've only lost 2 games all season in all competitions, but the forward line does worry me a little bit. Gunyo and Bruno, though, have been out together for the last 3 weeks, so we haven't really been affected by that, so hopefully we don't get affected today as well. In terms of transfers, well, I haven't signed anyone in January, I don't believe I have. Of course I have. I signed one player in January, that was Dorlan Mafla from Deportivo Cali for £2 million. Bit of a pointless signing, really, because we never see him play for us, but as I said before, I'm going to go into the future, 10 years into the future. at the end of the series here, see how Portsmouth are getting on, and obviously I want to leave them in a good position as well. Mafla, he's just an 18-year-old player, £2 million, doesn't cost much. He's gone back on loan to Deportivo Cali in Colombia, so we'll see how he gets on. But yeah, he really looks like quite a good player, doesn't he? And a lot of room for development, but he is signed for Portsmouth future. In terms of players who have left us, no players have left us in January as well, so only one player to talk of, that is Mafla, as I said. A bit of a pointless signing. He has left us to go on loan back to Deportivo Cali. In terms of the best players of the season, well, Coric has probably been the best player of the season, to be honest. 20 goals and 6 assists for him. Camera as well, he's got the highest average rated of a player who's played more than 4 games. 3 goals, 9 assists. Most of that's coming against weaker opposition, but still, he's been very impressive. Bruno is playing well at the start of the season. 1 goal and 6 assists with 7.35. Gunyo as well. Moaned about him, but he's still done quite well, to be fair. But as I said, £260 million. I want to see more goals than 13 in 20 games, to be honest, from him. Hopefully, he comes even better towards the end of the season. Magna's had a great season as well. Overall, it's been just a very good season. Very consistent. As I said, we could be in a little bit of trouble if one of the other teams were doing better, to be honest. You know, only one other team has got over 2 points per game, and that is Newcastle. So no one is really threatening us right now, but a loss away to Man United in the episode, suddenly our lead could be down to 7 points. And we've still got to face Liverpool away from home. We've got to face Newcastle away from home as well. So we are 10 points clear at the top, but we definitely haven't secured the title yet. The Carabao Cup, on the other hand, though, as long as we avoid defeat here at home to Chelsea, we are going through to the Carabao Cup final again. And in terms of the team sheet, you've got Lopez in goal, Arnold right back, Adelson left back, Scalvini and Eladrissi centre backs. Then we've got Jarvis, Acosta and Bellingham in midfield, Magnaghi on the right, Montero on the left, and Coric up front. Another one I forgot to mention actually is Neo Maka. He's actually on an international duty now with South Africa in the Africa Cup of Nations, so we're missing him, which is very unfortunate, but that's something I know is obviously going to happen. I know Maka is African, he's from South Africa, so we missed him 2 seasons ago as well, but luckily for us, we've got 3 other great centre-backs in Scalvini, Eladrissi and Mohamed, who is also injured currently, which is disappointing. He's actually got a dislocated shoulder. He's out between 5 weeks to 2 months. That actually slipped my mind, to be honest. I ain't played for Manager now about 5 or 6 days, and yeah, you forget things, don't you? You forget things. Mohamed's got a serious injury as well, so we've got 3 players out with a serious injury. We've got Maka on international duty as well. We've got Tchouaméni suspended as well for this game. He's retiring into the season, Tchouaméni. Doesn't really make a difference to us, seeing as it's end of the series this season, but he shouldn't be retiring yet, I think. I think he's got another season in him, to be honest. 7.04 this season. He's very, very good. In terms of the players that are starting, well, Lopez has had a good season. He's been iffy in some games, but in some games he won us a game. I can't remember who it was against, but he had a great performance against one of the teams. He's got 7.12 for the season, so he's been fairly good. The right back situation, Arnold hasn't been amazing, but still definitely got potential. 6.99. Andy Booth as well hasn't been quite as good as last season. Eladrissi's had a good season for us though. Scalvini's been quite consistent. Adelson started off poor, but he's come good in recent times. 7.04 from him. Midfield, none of them were a green rating there. Bellingham started off quite promising. Hasn't been quite as good, but overall it's been very consistent. The forward line, Magnaghi, Coric, Gunyo been quite good, but no one's really standing out too much in the season, apart from Coric, I'd say. But what the other players are doing they are putting in consistent performances, consistent 6.9s, 7 ratings, and that is getting us to where we are in the season right now. Anyway, the Carabao Cup semi-final, second leg at home to Chelsea. As long as we avoid defeat here, we are going through to the Carabao Cup final to face Tottenham. Before we get started with this first game though, guys, please remember that if you do like this video, hit that like button for me. It's very important for the video success. And also, if you're new around here and you want to see more from me, do hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out and it's much appreciated. So let's get started then at home to Chelsea. As I said, we faced Chelsea 3 times already in the season, beat them all 3 times, scoring 9 goals and only conceding 1. So I'm expecting a win here today, but to be honest, a draw is good enough. A draw is good enough, of course. It gets us through to the final, which is what we want. Here's Eladrissi with the ball. Had a good season, probably his best season with the club. Here's Jarvis to Bellingham. Lovely through ball to Coric, but I think he's offside. Oh my word, he missed anyway. How did he miss anyway? How did he miss that? He rounded the keeper and he still missed. But anyway, he was offside, so it doesn't matter. But that was shocking. Well, already a promising start to the game. Bellingham already with a 7.3 in the match, which is very nice. Got a corner now as well. Magnaghi to take it. He crosses it in. Coric is there. Oh my word, the keeper's flapping. Eladrissi comes back to Coric. It's a funny goal to score. I wasn't sure whether he disallowed or not, but it's not disallowed. Eladrissi with the assist. Coric with the goal. And we're now 2-0 up on aggregate against Chelsea here. And at the moment, it's looking like it's going to be a walkthrough, doesn't it? It's a strange highlight, that. I thought it was over with, to be honest, but El-Idrissi picked out a lovely pass to Coric there, and he taps it in. Lovely. Coric has started up front today, started up front for the last few weeks, to be honest, with Gunyo being injured. I just don't trust Ehrentraut. I just don't trust him. Seen too many poor performances from him, to be honest. Yeah, he's got 8 goals, but 3 of them coming against Hertha Berlin, so not the great. Here's Montero, had a very poor run of form. Very poor run of form. He's almost unusable, to be honest. But he's got better in recent times. Now here's Magnaghi. Coric is there to tap it in again. Is he offside, though? I don't think he is. Well, this is a lovely start to the game, and it looks like we've got 1 foot into the Carabao Cup final, doesn't it? Chelsea, not good enough. Not good enough. Get in. Well, this is a very, very easy second leg right at the moment, isn't it? 8 shots, 5 on target for us, 2.83 XG. Chelsea yet to have a shot in the match. So we are just walking straight through to the final to face Tottenham to try and lift the Carabao Cup for the second time of the series. Beat Man City in the final, wasn't it? 2 seasons ago, was it? 2 seasons ago? I think it was. As you can probably tell, my memory is not the best. It's not the best memory I've got, to be honest. I think it was 2 seasons ago, though, when we beat Man City in the final. Last season won the FA Cup, of course, and the UEFA Super Cup. It was a very poor season in the league, though, but we're making up for it this season. Cruising at the moment. 10 points clear, but still 15 games to go. We can still mess it up, that is for sure. As I said, lost away to Man United. It could be 7 points clear at the top. Already it's cut down by 3 points. Oh my word, what happened there? Good save from Lopez, though, but lovely ball forward, and Guilherme almost scored there. 35 minutes to go, though. That's probably the first chance we've seen from Chelsea. Well, it is the first chance we've seen from Chelsea. They've been awful so far. It's not like they're a bad team either. They're actually about 4th or 5th in the league, I think. 11 points behind us, but every time we face them this season, we just cruise through them. Anyway, time for a couple of changes here, I think. Who can I bring off? Grana. You know what? Magnaghi can come off. We'll take Magnaghi off for Camera. Coric, give him a rest as well. Bring Ehrentraut on for him. And a Daleson. Let's take a Daleson off and bring on for Fally. Man United, we face them away in 3 days' time. We're 3-0 up in aggregate here. We should be going through to the final, let's be honest. Here's Scalvini to a Daleson. Here's Montero. Back to Scalvini now. Here's Bellingham. Lovely ball forward from Bellingham to Magnaghi. Here's Arnold. Magnaghi cross it in, but it's cleared. Scalvini wins the header over Guilherme, though. Now here's Bellingham to Acosta. Out to Montero. Can we get a 3rd goal in the game? Here's a Daleson. About to come off the pitch. Back to Montero. Acosta. Get in. It's now 4-0 aggregate. We are absolutely cruising here over Chelsea. This is just an absolute walk in the park, isn't it? I'm not expecting the next game to be this easy, though. Although Man United are having a poor season, we still lose every time we go to Old Trafford. So we're expecting a more tricky game here. But this has been such a simple game for us, this one. 4-0 aggregate now. I think it's safe to say we are going through to the final. This has been terrible from Chelsea. Scintillating stuff from us. Cruising here. Don't need Gunyo. We don't need Bruno. We don't need Makariva or Mohamed. The rest of the players are more than good enough to beat a team like Chelsea. Here's Scalvini with the ball. Can we get a 4th goal? Make it 5-0 aggregate. Through to Camera. He's had a good season, as I said. Very good season. He's a lovely goal there as well from Camera. Why are Newcastle loaning him out? I have no idea, because for us, he has been brilliant. Brilliant player, Camera. Great potential. Great backup to Magnaghi. He's been fantastic this season. That's found 4-0 aggregate. I think it's safe to say we don't need to see any more of this. I'm going to only commentary. I'm risking it now. We are going through to the final, aren't we? We are going through to the final. Make a couple more changes as well. Don't really need to keep all the players on the pitch here. Who needs a rest? Jarvis. You know what? The centre-backs need a rest. That is for sure. Got Travko on the bench, who is our 17-year-old Polish youth player for us. Let's bring him on. Let's bring him on for El-Idrissi, sorry. And you know what? Bellingham can come off as well, and we'll bring on Grana for him. 20 minutes to go. 5-0 on aggregate. As I said, I think it's safe to say we're going through to the final to face Tottenham. Such a walk through this one. Should have been much more of a contest, let's be honest, against Chelsea in the semi-final, but 5-0 on aggregate. It's not over yet either. It's not over yet. Will there be another goal in the game? Well, only 1 minute to go in the game. I'll go back to key highlights. Make sure we're set up for the Man United game. But that is it. We are through to the final. What an easy victory that was. Absolutely cruised past Chelsea. They got better in the second half, as you can see. Started to create some chances. But it's already over that point. And we had 2 more chances in the game. And we converted both of them. Ended off the game a little bit quiet, it has to be said. But the job was already done at this point. 5-0 over 2 legs against Chelsea. Can we lift the Carabao Cup again in the series? Hopefully we can. We'll face Tottenham in the final. Well, we've already won one trophy this season. That was the Community Shield against Man City, of course. 2-1. That was nice. We've got a big chance to win our second trophy as well against Tottenham in the Carabao Cup final, which of course will feature in the next episode. Tottenham in the Carabao Cup final. Hopefully we can have that for another time. Was it 2 seasons ago? 3 seasons ago. We beat Man City 3 seasons ago in the final. And hopefully we can lift it for the second time in the series against Tottenham. I'm expecting us to be honest. But up next, we've got Man United away from home in the league. They're having a poor season, down in 8th place on only 38 points. But I think their record at home has been brilliant this season, actually. Yeah, yet to lose at home this season. 10 wins, 2 draws, no defeats. They've been terrible away from home, I think. Yeah, 9 defeats and 2 wins, 11 games away from home. So we know where their problems lie. But we've only lost 1 game all season. That was also in Manchester, though, away to Man City. We always lose away to Man United. Can we stop that run in this episode, though? We'll find out in a second. Okay, here we are. It's time for the second game of the episode. Away to Man United. We haven't beaten them away from home in over 5 seasons now. Way back in 2032. So can that run end here today? Also, we never drawn away to Man United. A draw here would be a good result, in my opinion. Newcastle already started off the weekend with a loss away to Aston Villa, so that is nice. Man City are away to Sheffield United, although Sheffield United had quite a poor season. Well, a very poor season, has to be said. Down in 12th place. They actually finished 4th last season above us. So, yeah, been very poor, but still a tricky game for Man City. So, a win here could be very, very important. Could be very, very important. A loss here, to be honest, doesn't really affect us too much. Obviously, it could cut the lead down to 8 points now if Man City beat Sheffield United. But a win here could be absolutely massive away to Man United. So let's get started then, away to Man U. And in terms of the team sheet, a couple of changes there from the Chelsea game. Booth comes in at right back to replace Arnold. Also, Verfalli comes in at centre back to replace Scalvini. And Tchouameni comes in to replace Jarvis as the DM. So Man United away from home. Can we stop the rot against them? Well, let's find out. Alright, here we go. We only lost 1 game away from home all season in the league. That was away to Man City 1-0. Away to PSG 1-0 as well in the Champions League. So, 2 very narrow defeats. Hopefully, we don't get another one here away to Man United. They're in 8th. We're sitting top. We've got some sort of confidence here, haven't we? Some sort of confidence. But they are our bogey team, especially away from home. They are our bogey. Well, I say they're our bogey team. They're not really, because we beat them all the time at home. We just lose all the time away from home. So, not a bogey team, but we do struggle here in this stadium, has to be said. Verfalli playing centre-back here today as well. He's a natural centre-back, but I don't use him there very often. But it's great the fact that we've got Verfalli and Adelson are both 2 natural centre-backs as well, with Macau in international duty. There was Verfalli with a nice interception there. Here's Ors. It looks like Man United start off on the front foot, to be honest, but they give the ball away to Bellingham. Lovely chance for a counter-attack. Here's Montero. What? Back to Montero. Can he score? No, he can't, because it's absolutely shocking. Absolutely, that was a big chance that was for us. Big chance. 10 minutes into the game, only that 1 shot to talk of. Montero only went mile wide. Man United having the momentum here, which is a bit annoying. They yet to have a shot in the game, though. Demanding some more from the players. Oh, my word. You must be joking me. You must be joking me. Lopez. Oh, goodness sake. He's a good goalkeeper. He's a good goalkeeper. I do like him, but he's not an elite goalkeeper, and he does do these stupid things sometimes. What is he doing there? What's he doing there? How tall are you, Lopez? 6'2" or 5'2"? What on earth is he doing? Wow. Well, it's the curse of Old Trafford again for us, it seems. Long way to go yet, but I have no idea what Lopez is doing there. No idea. Only lost 2 games all season. Will this be our 3rd? Probably. Probably it will be. Wow. Okay. Oh, good job. We've got a 10-point lead at the top, isn't it? Good job. We've got a 10-point lead at the top. What are we doing here? Can't miss from there, can you? Can't miss from there. I'd score from there. I would score from there. That takes some doing, because I'm pretty useless at football, it has to be said. I can't run. But I'd score from there. Wow. Okay. Well, something needs to change here, because it's been absolutely disastrous. What to do, though? Well, I've gone more positive in the game, turned the fullbacks to wing-backs, also got rid of some play-out defence off there, put the pass into standard as well, put the defensive line higher. We're 2-0 down in the game. We've got to do something, but it's going to be a disaster, to be honest. Could get ugly from this point. Not very happy about this, though. They've had 3 shots on target in the game. They scored 2 from the... Well, the first goal was just ridiculous, wasn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. The second goal, anyone could score that. Anyone in the world could score that goal. It's not hard. You just need to know how to use your foot, basically. If your foot works, you score that goal, don't you? Wow, look at this. Banda's already scored 2 goals against us when he get a hat-trick in the game. Here's Menzies, who's a very good player. He does score a hat-trick. Might be offside, but probably not, let's be honest. Wow. Well, typical me bringing you back for by far, the worst performance of the season. And we only played 34 minutes so far. Wow. Wow. Love it. Love this. What a joke, honestly. What an absolute joke. Well. The defence has been absolutely shocking in this game. Absolutely shocking. Well, I think it's safe to say the water bottle needs to make an appearance in this game. At half-time, sorry. Wow. Absolutely horrendous. Yeah, it's game over, isn't it? We're not going to score 3 goals in the second half, are we? Who can be taken off here? Bellingham, he's tired. I don't know, to be honest. Bafali's been terrible at centre-back, to be honest. Let's take him off, bring Scalvini on. Not going to make much difference, is it? But we'll take him off anyway. This is why I don't play him at centre-back. All the midfielders got a yellow card as well. Bellingham's anxious with 6.6. Let's take him off. Let's bring Granner on for him. Let's also take off Shamini for Jarvis as well. 3 substitutions at half-time. I don't really care, to be honest, because this game is over. I've played Man United plenty of times in the series. And even if it's 1-0 down at half-time, I still think it's over. 3-0 down at half-time. We haven't got a hope in hell. Not a hope in hell here. Should be 3-0 down though, should we? Judging by the match stats. Should not be 3-0 down in the game. Montero's been wonderful. Basically everyone's been terrible today. Basically every single player has been terrible today. What a contrast of performances. Against Chelsea, it was like playing a Sunday League team. And here, we look like a Sunday League team. Put Corich on the left, put Aaron Trout up front. You know what? Magnagi's been terrible as well. Let's bring on camera for him. As I say, good job. We are 10 points clear at the top. What Man City doing? They haven't played yet, have they? Liverpool winning against QPR. 80 minutes to go. It's not over yet, but we haven't seen anything from us in the game, have we really? Apart from that Montero shot 2 minutes in, which was absolutely horrendous. Can we get a consolation goal, though? Can we make it less ugly? Camera, he can score goals. He does score a goal. He might be offside, though. The referee's checking it. Looked alright to me, to be fair. Was he offside, though? He wasn't. There's hope. There's hope. Is the late comeback on the cards here? Was it Booth for the assist? Yeah, what are they checking there? He's a mile onside. Why am I even debating it? Well, you know what? Let's go attacking now. Change from positive to attacking. Let's see if that makes a difference for us. 15 minutes to go. A second goal and it gets very interesting. Ooh, 7 minutes to go. Got another highlight. Is a great comeback on the cards. El Idrissi. Oh, should be 3-2. Should be 3-2. El Idrissi. Oh, my word. Well, we've been dominating the later stages here. The latter stages, sorry. My word. On the attack again is Corich. Dogi gets there before camera, though. But they give the ball away. Now here's Booth. Out to Corich. Aaron Trout. My word. This is why I don't trust this bloke. Oh, my word. How has he not scored that? How has he not scored that? Well, 3 minutes to go. I think it's safe to say it's over. If it goes 4-1, it's officially over. We should have scored at least one of those chances, though, shouldn't we? Especially that Aaron Trout one. It should be 3-2 right now. Instead, it's probably going to go 4-1, to be honest. Here's Simpson. Our bad luck continues at Old Trafford, although... No, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Chance to counter him there. Could have got a second goal. 2 minutes to go. Who knows what could happen. Lopez, you know what, mate? You're getting a 2-week fine. You are getting a 2-week fine, Lopez, because you have been absolutely horrendous in this game. Now he's in a little stretch, he looks like he's possessed, to be honest. Wow. What's he got now? Yeah, 5.9. He's getting a 2-week fine. Wow, that's horrendous. Absolutely. What a shocking performance. What a shocking performance. But look at it. Look at the match stats here. Just individual errors already cost us here. Costa, he's had a poor season, to be fair. Lopez, well, Adelson. I'm dishing some fines after this game. By far the worst performance of the season. Of course, I feature it in a video. Of course I do. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Well, we're still 10 points clear at the top. Liverpool beat QPR, but Newcastle lost. If Man City beat Sheffield United, though, we will be only 8 points clear at the top. So let's see what they do. Man City away to Sheffield United. Also, we were unbeaten in 18 matches before that Man United defeat. So, yeah, out of the ordinary there. But saying that, though, I was kind of expecting a defeat there, but not quite as comfortable as that. Before we check out the Man City result, though, let's find some players. I know Kerry's been good in recent times. You do not get away with that. You get a 2-week fine for that, mate. Fine you, Lopez. Booth was alright, wasn't he? El Idrissi, what did he do? Can't find him. Vifali was poor as well. Let's give him a 1-week fine, Vifali. Doesn't deserve a 2-week fine. Adelson was shocking, but we'll let him off. We'll give him a 1-week fine. Shamini was shocking as well. 1-week fine for you, pal. The players do not get away with this sort of performance, to be honest. Not in my foot manager saves anyway. Don't know about you guys, but they always get a fine after that sort of shockingness, to be honest. Bellingham, do you deserve a fine? No, you don't. Magnaghi, you can get a fine as well, pal. Fine them all. I'd fine them all if I could, to be honest. You know what, Corrich had a good season. We'll give him a half-week fine. We'll give Corrich a half-week fine. Anyone else deserve a fine? Aaron, you know what? He deserves a fine. That's shocking miss, doesn't he? Fine him a week's wages. He's been terrible recently as well. I think that will do. I've got all the fines out of the way. Hopefully, that is just a slight blip in the season, but yeah, was not great individually that game, was it? Not great at all. Let's check out the Man City result then. If they beat Sheffield United, it's only 8 points clear at the top. Oh, potential issue with Lopez. He's not very happy, is he? What aren't you happy about, Lopez? Nothing. Good. That's what I like to see. Get out of my room. Get out of my office. The rest of the players accepted their fine, apart from the one who pretty much cost us the game with a 5.9 from Lopez. That's very interesting, isn't it? Anyway, back to the point in question. Let's check out the Man City result. Will they beat Sheffield United, and will it be only 8 points clear at the top for us? No, they lost. They lost 1-0 away to Sheffield United. So despite that shocking defeat away to Man United there, we haven't lost any ground at the top, which is, yeah, very convenient for us. Very, very convenient indeed. So, wow, we have dodged a bullet there. Very dodged a bullet. Liverpool, the only team to win. They beat QPR at home 1-0. Man City lost. Newcastle lost as well. Chelsea even lost under Nottingham Forest as well. Arsenal, did they lose? I don't know. No, they won yesterday, I think, against Luton. Yeah, they beat Luton, so, wow. We have really dodged a bullet in this game week, even though we lost away to Man United 4-1. Our worst performance of the season by quite a distance, it has to be said. We are still 10 points clear at the top with only 14 games to go. So, well, I feel much better now. I feel much better, to be honest, but still, that was absolutely shocking. At least we're in the Carabao Cup final, though. Got through Chelsea with ease. Our next few games are quite important as well. Home to Red Bull Salzburg, we'll come up against our former youth player, Matthew Thurgood. Home to Arsenal as well, and a home to Real Sociedad to wrap up the Champions League phase. In terms of the next episode, though, guys, I'll feature the Carabao Cup final, of course, against Tottenham. The Champions League round of 16, when is that? I've checked it before, but I can't remember now. I know it takes place around the Carabao Cup final. Well, you see here, the round of 16 first leg starts on the 3rd, but it can also feature on the 10th and the 17th as well. So not quite sure when that will take place for us, to be honest. It could be the 3rd and the 10th. It could be the 10th and the 17th. We don't actually know at the moment. If we get there as well, we've got to get there first, but we should do, to be honest. We should beat Salzburg and Sociedad at home quite comfortably, to be honest. So the Carabao Cup final will definitely feature against Tottenham. Whether I'll feature a Champions League game in there or not is a different question as of now, but hopefully the Champions League games do feature around the Tottenham game there, and I can feature 2 games in the next episode. But yeah, not a great episode for us. Obviously, we beat Chelsea 4-0 very comfortably, but the Carabao Cup final there for us. We lost only our 3rd game in all competitions, and by far our worst result of the season. But luckily for us, no team gained ground on us, and we're still 10 points clear at the top. So at the moment, the league title is still in the bag, but we still have plenty of time to mess that up. Hopefully we don't. The next episode, though, guys, will be all about the Carabao Cup. We've got the final against Tottenham, and hopefully there'll be a Champions League game in there as well. That is the end of the video, though, guys. Please remember to hit that like button if you like the video, and also if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out, and it's much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.